about how you got into surfing. Was it one of your parents?
Right, okay, so that's kind of a crazy story because I grew up in Pennsylvania for 15, 16 years of my life. So I grew up in a really small town of only 5,000 people. And so I didn't surf, I've only been surfing for about a year and a half, full time. I first surfed 3 years ago. I got invited out here for Bethany Hamilton retreat. You know her,
Yeah.
I would assume. Yeah.
Bethany Hamilton's amazing.
Yeah, she's so awesome. And so I went to a retreat. It was like a weekend long, and one of the days was a surf day. And so I got to surf with her for my first time, which was incredible. She's super inspiring for me personally. And so she pushed me into my first wave. I stood up on my second wave, and it all just came really naturally. And, but I went back home and I was like, oh, that was cool. Like, like, what am I going to do about it? Like, I love it, but I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm landlocked. And so that following summer, I got invited out by CAF, Challenge Athletes Foundation, and they invited me out here for the Bro-Am, the Switchfoot Bro-Am. You know what that is down in Encinitas?
Explain it to me a
Yeah,
little.
so it's like a big concert that like the community puts together for Switchfoot, the band.
Cool.
And so they have like a weekend-long event thing, and then there's also like a surfing competition with Rob Machado. It's like this awesome community experience down in Encinitas, right at Moonlight. And so I got invited to go to there with like a bunch of other adaptive athletes. And so then my second time surfing, I surfed with Rob Machado. So it's like Bethany Hamilton, then Rob Machado, and so both experiences were awesome. And so when I was doing the Switchfoot Bro-Am, I had like a couple days where I really was like in the sport. I surfed for hours every day. I really got to like know more about it, and I was like, okay, this is awesome. I want to keep doing this. So back on the East Coast, I got a coach, and then I went and I drove every weekend 2.5 hours to New Jersey, and I surfed East Coast waves for the summer until it got really cold and no one wants to surf in like 40-degree water. So I surfed there, and then I convinced my parents to have us move out here, and so I can compete. And then I got asked to be on Team USA, so that was more of like a justification that I like. This is like where I want to go. This is like, these are my dreams, you know. And so then Team USA took home gold. That was an incredible experience 2 years ago. And then we're like, okay, let's make the move. So a year and a half ago, we moved out here. We drove across the country, moved all our stuff. Well, I mean, we still have a house back in Pennsylvania, and then my dad goes back and forth. He still has a job back at home, so he comes out every couple weeks. And yeah, I've been in that routine of my dad coming out every so often. I've been training every day, I've been competing, so that's how I got into surfing.